Okay, here we are. Welcome back to Guitar Quackery Live, the one and only live streaming guitar repair channel. So you are watching a live stream, which means it's going to be long. I mean, longer than an edited video would be. What do we have here? Well, we have a Martin guitar. So one part of the Martin guitar is here, and the other part of that same guitar is here. We're doing a neck reset, new nut, new frets. I already resurfaced this fingerboard. I know there's a little dimple here. I can see it. But we had a little bit of a roller coaster, and that's what we took care of. Now you can watch a one of the earlier live streams archived on this playlist, and I explain why we had to do it this way. So I'm not going to repeat everything now, obviously. So we are installing new frets. Now we have options. Let me focus. So here we have the frets. So these are the old frets. These are the new frets. This is the neck. We can use this. Now I also have a fret press, but that doesn't work too well on a neck like this because of the heel. So this doesn't really fit under the fret press. My fret press is right there. So no problem. We can use this jaws, or we can use a hammer. Now we can't use the jaws for the entire neck anyway. So we would kind of need to stop on the like 9th fret, maybe 10th fret, and then, you know, use the hammer for the other ones. So you know what? I'm just going to do everything with the hammer. I think it's a 14-inch radius. Let me just check. Always double check. Yeah, 14-inch. Okay. Let's do this. We have fish glue, and we have this fragment from a string. So this is what we'll use to put the glue inside. And you know what? I can use this 14-inch caul with the hammer. So let me see. Is it this one? Okay. I can't remember which size it is. I think it's metric. Not sure. Let's try this. Not really. Okay, there. Okay, let's do this. We'll do it this way. So here we have the frets from 1 to 21, and we got some extra frets. I think we got 20 frets here, right? And this is how we do it. We just take some glue, pick up some glue with the string. It's fish glue. Maybe a little too much. Place the glue inside of the slot. and yeah, install the fret. Is that the one that I intended to use for this one? Yeah. Let me double check, because this has been sitting here for a while. Yeah, 14-inch radius. Okay. So the first one's going to be a little tricky. Okay. So I see some little bit of glue residue here. We can clean it up later with water. It's just fish glue. I guess another way to do it would be like this. Let's see. Oh, come on. I need something for here. Okay, what can I use? Okay, that's kind of okay. Let me see. I'll take a closer look here. I need a third hand to hold this. So now I don't know. So the glue might be now a little dry, which is why we need to use just a drop of water here. Let's see. So this is just going to soften the glue inside. Yeah, just a drop. Okay. Let it soak a little bit. Because I don't think it's seated all the way. That's the problem. So that's the advantage of using fish glue. You know, you can just add some water. Okay. I think this looks better. Let me see. I believe so. Just a little more. Okay, getting there. It's so much easier with the fret press. So if you have a fingerboard that's, you know, not glued on, you can use the fret press. If you have a bolt-on neck, obviously, you can use a fret press. And that's one reason why I want to do this before I reinstall the neck. Okay, good. Because otherwise, hold on, let me see, this is still going to be rocking. So I still need to do it this way on the second fret. Okay. See, this went in smoothly because I wasn't fiddling with it. Much better. I mean, this one's good as well now. Okay, cool. And now for the third fret, let's see. Yeah, we can do it this way, right? Good. Right. So this glue does smell like fish. Well, that's because it is fish. Poor fish. That's good. Yeah, still need to do it this way. Okay. Just making sure. Okay. Let's check fret rocker. Okay, no rocking. Well, that doesn't mean necessarily that they're even. This one could be lower, but at least I know it's not higher. So let's continue. You know, I have 0 people watching me now, and I just realized why. Because I'm streaming unlisted by mistake. Ah. So I'm going to change. I'm going to change the status to listed or public. Good. Where's the fret rocker? Where are you? Okay, so let me change the status. Yeah, it says unlisted. Do I want it to be public? I guess. All right, now it's public. So I guess people will join. Let me see something. I want to double check things. Always double check. I'm checking the depth of the fret slots, which I did check already at some point. So I'm a little nervous about having some issues on the sides. So I just want to make sure that I do this. Little cleanup here on the sides. because they did use a little filler. I don't really like refretting acoustic guitars. It's more work. I mean, I've done plenty. It's just it's more work. The best refrets are on bolt-on necks. Easiest. And let me run the saw a little bit on the sides. Just quickly. So this is the fretting saw. I gotta set the depth. Where's my little depth gauge here? Okay. Yeah, it's fine. So just do it this way. Just the sides, just to make sure. Just a little pull. It's a Japanese saw. Really sharp, really good. So the fret slots are cut deeper than they need to be, right? And then they fill the sides with wood filler or something. So I just want to make sure I clean up the sides nicely. Okay. Any debris must be removed. So I'm not going to install the 15th fret now. No, I can install it. But we have these two little holes to fill as well. And now let's double check. Where is it again? Oh, come on. See, I work late and then I get tired and I lose focus. that's that. And now this side. So I just thought of something that I need to double check. And I'm going to double check now before I continue installing the frets. So this has been sitting for a while like this. And I want to make sure that the fingerboard extension, sometimes it can buckle a little bit. I wonder if it buckled a little bit. Sometimes you need to actually keep it clamped like this overnight before. I almost forgot about that, but I didn't forget, right? I just remembered. Yeah, so we have a little bit of a buckle. Oh man. See, that's what happens when you leave it for too long. Yeah, like ever so slightly. It's a bit over radiused here on the two sides, and that's because of the buckle. So what I need to do is clamp it, or I could actually apply some water here, and that's going to expand the wood grain on this side, make it buckle in the other direction. Okay, so this side expands, and then it wants to curve in this direction. That's not instantaneous, but it shouldn't take too long. All right, let me just continue with the frets. I can install 14 frets, maybe even 15 for sure, and then I'll think about the rest. Right. Making sure it's all clean. Okay, cool. It would be good to have a helper now, for sure. Well, but I don't. All right, let's keep checking the frets as we install them. Where's my fret rocker? Just a little bump here. Well, it's gonna get a level crown polish anyway. Yeah, too much glue. Okay. Okay, good. So just a little bit of a high spot here. So on a scale of 1 to 10, in terms of severity, it's at 1, I think. So since I did resurface the fingerboard, you know, the frets are now seated evenly. And I'm using this 14-inch claw anyway, so is this right? That's good. All right, let's continue then. So I'm gonna have to find the hardware and the nut that not the one that I removed, but the one that I bought, the blank. I can't remember off the top of my head where I put all that stuff right now. It's in the bag with a number, hopefully. This one is a little bit high for whatever reason, although it's seated all the way. Well, we're talking microns. Okay. Okay. All right. So that's 9 frets. And we continue. Just here a little bit. Good. I know I'm not very talkative right now, you know, because I'm kind of focused on the work. Yeah, I was gonna go to bed, but I just got so much work to do. And I have a few of these project guitars. This is one of them, obviously. I try to not have too many of them. All right, so Where's that string? So that's the 11th fret now. It's good. Okay, cool. Where's the thing? Here. So I go back and forth a little bit until the barbs hit the little dimples that were made by the barbs of the frets that were previously there. I have a little squeeze out here. No big deal. Okay, go a little deeper. I think it's fine. So for sure I'll install 14 frets tonight, and then I'll think about this fingerboard extension, because I might want to keep it clamped for a day or two. That is a procedure. I'm not making this up now. So you can get this buckling also when you, there's a mosquito. When you remove the neck, because of the heat, so as you're heating up the fingerboard extension with the whatever heater you're using, okay, that's good. One more, and then let's think. I mean, it's good. I just want to hit it a little more for good measure. Okay, that's good. All right, now let's think. So, did this change now? Or is it still a little bit bent? Yeah, there's still a little space there. Which I'm sure makes this slightly over radius. It's, you know, almost not visible, but now that I know what to look for, I can see it. So we are going to clamp this for sure. I need to make a little clamping jig out of plywood. Yeah, that's how it's done. So it's a block of plywood, and we cut out this thing for the truss rod. We clamp it. I can still put some water here just to expand this side. Oh, see, I almost spilled water here. I did spill it. So this isn't a very old Martin, but it's been played a lot. I forget what year it is. I do have a little squeeze out right here on this fret on the side. And here. No big deal. With, you know, fish glue is easy to clean up, even when it's completely dry. Okay, now I want to trim the fret ends. Okay, like this, not like this, okay? And I'll put this here to catch all the little so this cuts it flush. So these are the old StewMac fret cutters. They are completely flush. The new ones they make are not 100% flush. It's the new and I guess improved design, because a lot of people were damaging these because they weren't using them properly, I guess. Okay, now this is still very sharp, kind of very sharp, yeah, sharp. Yeah, so it's pretty good already. I did find just a couple of uneven frets like this one. Here, just a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, we are going to do a level crown polish anyway. Now, we could fill these two holes a little bit from this side with wood filler. So it doesn't matter if the color doesn't match on the inside, obviously, but it does matter on the fingerboard side. But here I'm just going to put a tiny bit, tiny amount. Okay. Okay, I'm happy with that. I didn't put too much. I put just the right amount, I think. Okay, squeeze out the air if I can. Okay. That's it for tonight. So I'm gonna have to straighten this backside. Let me see where it's at now. And there's still a little bit of a gap here. So I need to make a little block of plywood. So this isn't going to work, right? Because I need a cutout for this. Hold on, I have this book. That's why I have the book, so I can see how he does it. This is the Martin Guitar Repair Guide. Let's see how he does it. I'm sure he talks about this somewhere. Okay, let's see. I don't know what he would call it, so fingerboard extension something. I'm sure it's in the book somewhere. You know, I haven't read this book. I just use it as a, if I need to look something up. I don't think it's a book for reading, really. Oh, here. So he uses a piece of acrylic. All right, let me show you. Oh no, this is for gluing a wedge. Okay, hold on. Which we're not doing. So let me bookmark this. This is 111. And there's got to be a solution for what I'm thinking. Mm-hmm. Maybe I should just send this guitar to him. To Patrick, what's his name? DeBuro. Okay, I gotta find this. I am sure he talks about this in this book. Maybe not. Interesting. Maybe I just missed it. Or maybe I should just look for this some other time. So this is again page 111. So let me show you this. So here, he uses a piece of acrylic, but that's to glue a wedge like this, okay, when you have to do a neck reset that requires a little shimming. Yes, but I'm talking about something else. Oh, I don't know. You know, this is a book that's not even cut right, so it's hard to flip it because it skips pages. And it drives me nuts. Some pages are longer than others by a fraction of a millimeter. And it's enough to throw you off, to make you skip a page. like here, 2 pages. But you know, I know what I want to make. I'm just wondering if he might have some tips on this technique. I'm sure it's mentioned in this book. Mentioned and explained. So this book is a guide. It's, you know, it's just a guide. It gives you good ideas, but, you know, it doesn't really explain everything from what I've read, the parts that I've read. Like I said, I haven't read the whole book. I don't plan on reading the whole book. What would be the point? It's a manual. Now, he uses some scary tools to clean up the fret slots. I would personally never do that. Oh, come on. It's got to be in the book somewhere. But maybe not. See, I just want to know if he's got some tips on this, something that I'm not thinking. But it appears that there's no mention of it. I mean, believe me, there's a lot of good stuff in this book. I'm just surprised I'm not seeing any mention of this issue yet. It's got to be in the book. Come on. Nope. All right, let me see if the index is helpful. Where's the index? Oh, there's no index? Really? No index. Okay. Fingerboard extension, let's see. Is there a chapter on that? That's it, no. Extension cracks. Neck resets 96. Okay. Okay, I remember seeing all this. Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe this is it. I don't feel like reading now, but this. So he's got this clamped here. Okay, whatever. I'm too tired to look at this. Maybe I should focus tonight on finding the hardware. I put it somewhere safe, obviously. And I need to make a little jig to clamp this. It's going to be clamped for a couple of days, I guess, before I install these frets. And that's it. Yeah, this looks good so far. I'm just looking to see if it threw the neck into a back bow. I think a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. So you can tell, if you put a straight edge, it rocks a little bit. But then the strings are going to pull this way. Is this tight? Well, that was tight also a little bit. Let's see. Oh. No, now it's flexing. Okay, great. That's even better. No back bow from the fret job. You see? We put this here, and seems like we have a little bit of a relief. Yeah, we do. Great. So the truss rod's going to work really well on this neck. Okay, friends, I think I'm going to look for the hardware and the nut. Oop, I know I bought the nut. So you need to buy a specific Martin nut for these. So I have the old one right here. I just saw it. Come on, I just saw it. That's not it. Oh, it's unbelievable. I just saw it. Oh, is it here? Here it is. Yeah. So this is the old one. So you can see. So it's, is that it? Yeah. Okay. So see, it's got these angled things on the sides, right? So there's a 90-degree angle here, corner. That's the one that came from here, but it's way too low. So we need to change the nut. So now if I just test it with this, yeah. So it reads as if this is a high fret, but it's not a high fret, it's just a low nut. I don't know how it got so low. Oh, well, I mean, these are the new frets, but even with the old frets, it was too low. So that's that. I have the new blank nut somewhere. I remember it was not bleached. That was the only one that I was able to get from StewMac. And if I don't find it, damn it, I'll just cut one, you know, a blank one. Maybe I should do that instead. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. And I need to find the tuning machines. Okay. So this, I apologize, this was a low energy live stream. I think maybe I have the tuners here. Let me see. Or maybe not. No. What do I have here? stuff I don't even need, and some power cells for what? Some kind of equipment. I'll never find them here. Okay, I gotta go through my junk. Is this for the caliper? I don't think so. What do I have here? No tuners here. Something else. Oh, I know what that is. Okay, friends. I'm going to look for these tuners. And I'm sure that's where the nut is as well. It's somewhere here. I have a little bit of clutter here now, because I'm trying to build some shelves and reorganize, and things just keep piling up. So we've come to the end of this live stream, 1 hour and 15 minutes long live stream. And it's time to say good night again. So good night. Bye.